What to do, boy? Battle Truth, along with my big brother. Get back off into this. So, big bro, you just got through doing how much time in the Fed?
Like 13 and 6 months, something like that.
13 years and 6 months. I was amazed when I found out you said that they were trying to give you the death penalty.
Yeah, I had certain things went different, you know what I mean? Because, you know, like I said, you know, you got the violence involved. So when that was coming out, you know what I mean? A lot of people was just giving the authorities whatever they could to save their own ass. And I understand that, you know, nobody wants to be in a cage. So most of the incidents that was going on, I was getting the blame for it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And man, I think I had to take like maybe 2 lie detector tests on that.
You had to take requested of you or them?
I requested.
How do that hold up in court? I thought that don't hold.
It's not admissible in court, but it definitely changes the venue of whatever the status was.
Right.
Once you pass those tests.
Because usually a person who's guilty wouldn't even request it.
Right. And then if you they usually try to make you take, you know what I mean? To show, you know what I'm saying, whether you're a person of interest. Right. To rule you out, you know what I'm saying, as a suspect. They did not do that, you know what I mean, because they really wanted me to be that character, you know what I mean?
What all did your indictment involve? So it involved drugs and murder?
Well, the original indictment was just drugs. The state, that was murder cases. That's something different.
So then, okay. So the indictment was entirely different than what the state was.
Right, the state is different. The murders that's a state case.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The only way it become federal is it gotta be kidnapping, murder, or something connected to drugs. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you owe me some money, I whack you, something like that, or have you whack, you know, something like that. Right. But in these cases, these are just guys getting into it. Right. And you know, somebody get killed. You know what I mean?
How many of those did they put on you?
How many did they say that they believe that I was
involved with?
I may have facilitated or something like that. Yeah. It was like 3 or 4 or something like that.
3 or 4. Okay. So, but when the indictment hit you, when you got hit with the indictment, the state charging came after?
No, it's one package.
But they separate them.
No, this will happen. You're going to face the drug cases, and then the state will be indicting you for the murders. Okay. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But because they had no evidence.
Hold on. Farrah, get out. Out. Get out.
They had no evidence with that. That I believe that the plan was to, during the drug crisis, was to, in fact, prove that I was the facilitator.
Okay.
That that's just something they was never able to do.
Okay. Now, when you looking at that and you got this case and you got these charges you facing, how did they come with the death penalty? Was this read off in your charges?
No, I mean, if you are charged with conspiracy to murders, you're at the death penalty phase.
Okay.
You know, but that, you know, the death penalty within itself is up to the prosecutor to ask for it, and then it's got to be approved by a few parties.
So they asked for it in your behalf?
We didn't ever get that far.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because once it came up,
right,
we attacked it right off the muscle.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, it's in the news, it's in the paper. Yeah, he conspired to kill these people and this and that.
Okay.
But once we got, and I took the lie detector tests and all that, and then now it's a monkey wrench in the game.
Right. Okay. So they, okay. So they ruled it out.
No, it's still there.
It's still there.
Yeah, it's still. You know, you got to remember murder cases until they find a assailant, or
Right.
you know, a suspect. Those cases has no, you know, they never stop. There's no time limit on it.
Right. Right.
They can come back 30 years from now. You can be 80 and charge you with murder.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's no
Right.
time limit on it.
So it's still not gone.
It's still the cases. I mean, it's open, which means, you know, if they can find somebody to get it to, they're gonna get it to them. You know what I mean?
Right.
But in this case, you know, and I think that, but then you got to remember some of the same people that's involved in these cases are actually the ones that's giving the authorities this information.
Right.
So even if you do come back and charge it, you're gonna charge it on the same people.
Right. That giving you the information
So you can get this
because they're involved in it too.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, they are involved.
Right.
You know, actual people who are, how shall I say it, assisting in these murder cases. You know what I mean? Maybe the driver. You may get out the car and be a part of the shoot, stuff like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, that was a headache, man. That was a headache.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, I didn't think that things would turn out the way they did. You know what I mean? Because you know, it's like, who's gonna believe what the hell you talking about?
Did you take a plea or did you go to trial?
Man, I took a plea. They know
what was your plea? What were they offering you on your plea?
Well, that's not how the feds do it on the plea.
Okay, how the feds do it on the plea?
They go by a point system.
Okay.
So you have to see where your point, you got your offense, and then you got your criminal history.
Right.
And they add them two together and see where you line up at. You know what I mean? Then you got your drug amount. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of different factors.
Oh, so they don't say, okay, we're gonna offer you 10, 12. They don't do that.
How can they say that?
They just
on the point system.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Okay.
Okay. Now, what we start off is at minimum.
Right.
10 years.
Right.
Okay. Now, it all depends on your criminal history and your point system where you end up from there.
Right.
You know, because once you even plead guilty, they take 3 points off. They give you 3 points for separate responsibility. That's what the feds do. It's just it's a different ball game. You know what I mean? It's a lot of logistics involved when you're dealing with them. You know what I mean? It's not like dealing with the state where, you know, you can go in, bond out, this and that, blah, skip it. You know what I mean?
Right.
If they don't want to give you a bond, you won't get one.
Right.
You know what I mean? Simple as that. And the prosecutor has all the power, not the judge. The only thing the judge can do is recommend whatever the prosecutor talking about.
Right.
But once he make his decision and he go in that court, and then once the prosecutor say, well, we recommend in 70 months or 120 months, then the judge can say, okay, well, what the other side got to say, then your defense, your attorney, and then y'all fight about the points to get the points down. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, the judge will have a final word. And what I'm going to tell you on that, it just depends on your relationship with the judge. Because when you're in the courtroom is a theatrical circus.
Right.
Everybody's in their act. You know what I mean?
Right.
And whoever act the best, get the best results.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's how that go.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so when the feds came and got you, did they come get you, or did you turn yourself in?
First of all, when the feds is coming to get you, you don't even know they coming.
Right, that's what
you
I'm
got a
saying.
sealed indictment, it's a secret indictment.
Did they come get you?
Yeah, they come to get you.
No, I'm saying, did they come to get you?
Nobody never turns themselves in.
Now, let me ask you this. So when they came and got you, was you out on the street? Was you at your house? So they hit you from the street?
I was at the crib.
Your crib?
Yeah, I was at my house. They know every move you make.
Okay, because they had been watching.
No, they got a satellite.
How long had you
You know what I
been?
said? Yeah, you
Yeah.
ain't know.
How long had you been? How long had you been like under investigation?
Oh,
Yeah.
now that's the tricky question because nobody's originally. You won't know when they actually start watching.
Not even I thought
until later on. They'll tell you won't know until they get you.
Right. Like, what did your paperwork say? Did your paperwork say they had been watching you from this long to this long? Or
no, that's not the way.
No,
because the feds normally get a report from your community,
right,
like your police department,
right,
saying that this guy and we don't know what to do with it. Right. And then they'll step in and take all the information that your local authorities got and use it for their program.
Right.
See, that's how that is. So if you got a police report that's dating all the way back to 72,
right,
for the same type of activity,
right,
they're gonna say in 72.
Okay, so so you was at your house when the Fed hit you?
Yeah, I was at the crib.
Was you there by yourself?
No, I had my kids and
also the kids,
my girl and the kids and everything was in the house. They had already been to the kids' school and everything, trying to see where I was. You know what I mean?
So they didn't hit your house first?
No, they hit a lot of other places for you. They didn't know where I was going to actually be.
But when they was hitting the other places before they hit you, did you know that they was looking for you? No, you just thought they were just hitting the house?
I didn't even know they was hitting the house.
Okay.
This happened in different states.
Oh, okay.
Different places. You know, I'm not in them places. I don't know what. Right. I got people calling me talking about, man, they came, they looking for you. Who? Right. You know what I mean? I don't know what you're talking about. Right. Because I don't know what's going on, how they run their system. Right.
So when they do hit you and they get you at the crib, now the crib they got you at, is this like one of your main houses you always be? Or you just happen to be there?
No, it's one of the houses that I'm regularly visiting.
Okay. So they hit you. Do you know right away it's the feds? When do you find out the feds?
You know, the way that happened was, you know, like I said, they had been into kids' school. Right. The kids were still in school. They had just left the kids' school. We don't know that. Right. Only the kids know that. And I didn't talk to the kids until later on. I was already locked up and gone. So my girl come in. She like, man, it's this car out here that followed me from the store, wherever she came from. And I'm like, what car? And then we go to the kitchen window, and she like, that car. I look out, I see a car over there in the church lot. So I'm like, okay, you know, go out there, see what's happening. Right. As I stepped off the porch, when I come out the back door and go on the concrete on the sidewalk, heading towards across the alley where the car was at, the car bagged back and then took off. And then next thing I know, I didn't see nothing but lights. They came from everywhere. You know what I mean? But that's how I found out. You know?
So they were coming for you.
Who else would they be coming for?
No. I'm just saying. So they coming.
There's nobody else there. It's just me. Doesn't mean they can't get nobody else.
Okay.
You the target.
Right. So they get you.
It's different from when they investigating you and they just bump into somebody else coming to see you and be like, man, who is that guy? No, you are the target.
So but I'm saying when they come hit you and they knew it was you, they get you, and they still searching the house too for other stuff they might find.
No, they just gonna grab you and go. They don't care about nothing else. They got what they want.
They got what they want.
I don't care if you hit 100 bricks and 1,000 guns in there. They not coming there to search.
Not even if you have money around.
Man,
they just like they
never came in the house. They got
so when they saw you,
they got me and then they took off. Told my girl he gone. You probably never see him again.
They said
and then they like,
see him again.
Give your phone. You want to give your phone? Because I had my cell phone and stuff on there.
They ain't even care what was in your phone. That's crazy. They got so much information. They don't even care what might be in your phone to even add more incrimination to it.
You booked, man. They don't have to worry about that. They're gonna take your phone. So you got to remember, before the feds come and get you, they didn't had you like 2 years before they come. Right.
That's why the investigation over. That's the only reason why they come. And they like, okay, we got
a time limit.
Okay.
A budget.
Okay.
And this is how much budget on this case. This is how much money, power, and manpower could use on this case. You know,
Right.
they got a budget.
When that budget run out, look.
Yeah. Okay. How they supervise, like, how's everything going with the case? Okay, well, when y'all going to get them guys? Okay, we're going to get them next month. We'll pick everybody up. Okay,
but even coming to get you is sort of like political, ain't it?
It's all politics,
right?
Because am I actually the person that they're saying I am? No.
But it's so high profile now. People actually building careers.
The media.
Okay.
You know, the judge that prosecutes, later on he become the chief judge. The agents that's on the case, then they go into one of them. Matter of fact, the prosecutor that was on our case ended up being a chief judge later on. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's political. It's just like you see a young detective bust somebody for a murder case, he move up in rank.
Right.
You know what I mean? And this is a high profile case.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who made it high profile? They did.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everything is going on, they in control of. They control the media. Right. Whatever the authorities say about you to the media,
right? They're
not gonna come to jail and talk to you.
No, they're not. We're
gonna take that. What they said.
We're gonna take that.
They said he did this. They said he did that.
Right.
But it don't. You know, when you saying a guy is a multi-millionaire, okay, you better come out of there with at least $1 million.
Right.
You can't say that and bust this guy down. He ain't got no bank accounts. You know what I mean? He ain't got no gangster stash, which means some Frank Lucas and stuff like when you got $1 million put up here. Don't have nothing. This guy don't even own no houses.
Right.
You know what I mean? So where is this coming from? It is the hype. You know what I mean? The media, they put something out there, the public eating it up, and now where there was nothing, you have something is happening.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they said this, and then people are eating it up. Just eating it. Man, listen, bro, one of my kids' mothers came to see me, right? And then her mother was with her. And her mother looked at me and she said, they say you got millions. You got some millions. I said, who said that? She said, I don't know. But I know if you got it, we want to know what the hell is that. You know what I mean? So hey, look, it was crazy, man. You know,
so you got the federal case. How long did you fight it? How long did you fight your case?
The case lasted for probably a year and some change. There's really nothing to fight because the deck is stacked against you.
Right.
The only thing you try to get out of there without losing your life. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's your fight right there.
So what did the judge sentence you to? What did he sentence you to?
That judge gave me 100 and I think like 60 months or something like that.
160. That's how he said 160 months. Mm-hmm. Okay, so damn. So he gave you 160 months. You do 13 and a half. Now, during the time you was in prison and you in there, this ain't just for this. This is just for period, because you've been going in and out of prison. Like, how many times you actually been in and out of prison? Do you recall how many times?
No, I can't state that for the record.
Okay. But so let me ask you this. What was one of the most saddest things you saw in prison with your own eye? That you saw in prison? Like one of the most saddest things you saw in prison?
There's so many sad things.
Okay,
you know?
just give me one.
We have to pick a topic.
Give me one.
Well, let's go with this topic. Let's go with, I think the most saddest thing, a white boy tried to kill himself. You know, stuff was happening like that. You know what I mean?
How you try to kill himself?
Well, he hung himself.
You saw it with your own eyes?
No, you're not going to be able to see that.
I want to know what you saw.
That's going to be in your cell. You see, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You, in prison, the only thing that you can see, you know, I've seen fights, knives, stabs.
Have you ever saw a brutal fight?
They all brutal. They using knives. What are you talking about? Man, you might come out of there getting stabbed 18 times. What? Brutal. It's all brutal. You know what I mean? They're not using their hands. They actually with the knives and the fights. And that's how they move. You know what I mean? This ain't the Juvenile, you know, One or two people might have a knife. Then everybody got knives. The fight is a knife fight, you know, because everybody got clicks. You got to remember it. In our joints, everything at that time was mob related. You know what I mean? So you got this mob, you got that mob, you got this mob. So if somebody get into it, who getting into it? The mobs.
Right.
And what they're gonna do? Knives, everybody. You know, but they rarely do it because it's really a lose-lose situation, because whoever wins, the joint get locked down, and then they start taking away all the privileges.
Did you ever have a bodysuit?
What do you mean about a bodysuit?
That you make out the magazines.
Oh, you talking about the magazines and all that?
Did you ever have that?
No, I ain't that bad.
But people did.
I think it depends on where you set on the totem pole. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know, we were basically the dominant crew in there. So when we got at somebody, you know what I mean? It's almost like you didn't even know it was coming.
Right.
Because everything is planned to where you can win, not lose.
Okay, explain that part. Everything.
So what I mean is, if it's something going on, it's a plot. It's been discussed. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And people move on
impulse.
Not impulse.
Okay, keep talking. Go ahead.
They moving on direction.
Off direction.
Yeah, it's a plot. It's a plan. They know who they're going to get. They know what they got to do. So all they waiting is when the guy say, "Look, at this time or this place, this is what we're gonna kick this off at." You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then you get into it from there. You know what I mean?
All right.
But I'm gonna tell you, the most disgustingest thing I ever seen in my lifetime of doing time was probably when I was in Juvenile, and I saw. It was sad. It was like, you know, we in this Juvenile joint was a dormitory. You got all these beds. And I know this is something that every state that has a big city, people that's doing time, juvenile time, adult time, whatever. This is not nothing new to them. You know what I mean? So we're in a dormitory. Man down. I hear this whining. I wake up with them. Look over, man. I see like about 7 of my homies. They got this white boy over here punishing him.
Beating them or raping them?
Raping him.
7 of your homies?
Yeah.
In Juvenile?
Yeah.
See, a lot of that was going on in Juvenile. Though,
yeah, you see, it's hard to do that in the big boys.
Yeah, because it's not respected in there.
Because you have a rape law. You can't do that. It's
for all the mob. Right. So,
every mob is like
so 7 of them raping the white boy.
He back there whining. And I kind of felt sorry for him. You know what I mean?
Why you laughing if you felt sorry?
Because it was nothing I can do. Even though I'm one of the most powerful, influential individuals in this joint.
You heard the whining. It was too late by then.
But we got rules too now. You know
what? And the Juvenile place?
Yeah, we got rules.
Okay, what were the rules in the Juvenile place?
One of the main rules there is that, you know, your business is your business, man.
Stay out of it if it don't concern you.
Man, if you ain't got nothing to do with it, man, don't put your input in.
What if you want to play hero?
How can you play hero?
But what if you wanted to?
You're gonna have some problem. Because now you telling us, and I'm saying us because you know these are guys are affiliated with.
Right.
That we can't eat off the land. You gotta remember it's gangster list. So long as it ain't one of us, our program consists of eating off the land. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're like, man, look, take what you want.
Right.
If he got some heart, he gonna stand up. You know, he still gonna probably get whooped, but you ain't gonna mess with him no more once.
Right.
Now I see something like that. If a guy stand up and say, hey man, bag, you know, now I can come in, hey. Oh, you ain't gonna do that. You got a problem with it?
So he allowed them to rape him.
Well, because he did not stand up for himself and try to fight.
Which makes it kind of harder to rape me.
Yeah, you ain't gonna rape me because you're in a dormitory, the police coming in and out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And the thing was to trick him. They got him in the bathroom. You got to go and walk back there on your own. And that's when they just damaged him.
All 7 of them.
It was probably more of them because people just going back there, you know, and I go back to the bathroom.
More than 7 then?
Yeah, because every, you know, guy, I mean, it's a treat.
Yes.
It's a treat. So guys come in, making them give them a blowjob. Other guys try to hit him in the butt. I mean, he jacking other guys off. I mean, they have the field day.
He wasn't getting raped. He wasn't getting raped. He was serving people.
He getting punished back there. He's scared, and they don't come from where we from.
He can't be scared jacking them off and giving them head.
He's scared.
He ain't that scared.
Yeah, he's that scared. Where
that's crazy.
If I don't do this, these people gonna try to kill me type stuff.
To kill me.
Yeah, you know they're not finna do that, but the fear they bring it to you. Come on.
I don't care about fear. You can't get this, man.
Yeah, you gotta remember, the white boy was probably 14 years old, man.
14, 15,
How old was I in that
12.
joint? I was 14. Maybe 14 and a half.
They wasn't gonna take it from you up there. You know.
We different. You know?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
As soon as we come in, we clicked up. We belong to cliques. You can't.
So it was all black boys raping the white dude?
Yeah. Now we got white boys that are hooked up to that. Hell, right. They ain't gonna say nothing. They just lucky to make it. They sell. So they making it because
So did they keep doing it to him or?
No, man, that white boy came out the bathroom and ran straight out the door. And hit it, running, trying to get off the whole joint, the whole compound.
Did you feel sorry for him?
Yeah, of course, man. But there's a lot of things I feel sorry for, but I couldn't do nothing about it.
Right. Yeah.
I have to play my role now.
Especially when you're 14 years old.
Yeah, I'm sitting back looking at this like, man, they bogus, man.
In your head, you're like, I wish one of them would, man.
They can't do that because I'm in charge. I'm one of the guys in charge. I just told you these my people that's doing this, and I'm one of the guys. It was me and one more guy in charge. You know what I mean? So
one of your people doing it? You was in charge of?
It's my mob. What do you mean, my people? This is my clique. Of course, if it's somebody else's clique, I can't say nothing to them. That's their people.
You didn't say nothing to your people.
No. I ain't say none of my people because there's certain rules of doing time. You just don't get involved in certain things.
So that one of the rules of y'all.
Right. I got other things to worry about. I got to worry about younger guys that are in our crew coming in and these guys trying to trick them out there.
That's crazy.
So they are more my concern than out of bounds dude. And then you white. Come on, man. I can't.
Crazy.
Yeah, they juveniles.
Yeah,
they don't know no better. They don't care.
They sure don't.
Let's not go back here, man. Actually, one of my guys, he like 6'4", 6'5". He like 17 and a brute. You understand me? And I go back, you straight? I'm like, what do you mean I'm straight? Like, man, you trying to get off? I said, man, you don't only mess around like that, man. When y'all get done, just, clean up. And I left up out of there. You know what I mean? I observed the white boy. I was deep enough in the bathroom to see the white boy getting work. You know what I mean? And it was like this, bro. Look, you looking like, oh my God. Oh Lord. Oh my God.
Never one done, another one come. They ain't done.
No, they all right there on him.
Like he can't go nowhere like a pack of hyenas.
Yeah.
You don't have no opening. You're going to serve every last one of us. You run afterwards. That's crazy.
Man, he no sooner than one guy stepped from in front of him, he got another guy. You know what I mean? And that went on. I left. Like I said, told him, man, look, just clean up, man. I don't want to be coming in here, going to the bathroom, slip on something. You know what I mean? So my thing now is personal hygiene. You know what I mean?
That white guy is definitely racist today.
Oh, he should be. And have a reason to be like that, man. They
smoke so many black
But listen, well, when they was first taking notice to him, I noticed it. And, I spoke with him, you know what I mean? and his name was Lyons. His last name was Lyons or something like that. And I spoke to him, but I was like, hey man, you know, just try to not to be cool with anybody, like friends,
right?
Because they, they gonna trick you, like they cool, with
right,
you
right,
and turn you into the crew,
right?
That's on that type of time, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, I was trying to give him a warning without exposing the game, but he didn't listen.
He's obviously didn't listen. He ended up in there anyway.
Yeah, man, they punished that boy. That boy came out of there. I was laying in the bed. All I heard the police say, "Come back here!" And I raised up, and man, it was a wrap. They shut us down. Like, man, what happened? They questioning everybody. Everybody sticking to the code. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing, man. Man. But that was probably one of the most vicious acts of animalistic madness I've seen. See, now I've been in stabs. I've seen people been stabbed, stuff like that. That's different.
Right. Yeah, that's entirely different. You
That's
actually
totally
seen
different.
somebody get raped.
Stomach
like gang rape.
Stomach in that, man, listen. And it's been many times I've saw that. It's not the first time.
You ever saw it in the big prison?
They ain't gonna let you do that.
I know that, but I'm talking about
the homosexual
going back. Yeah, I know they ain't gonna let you do that, but it used to be a time where they did.
Yeah,
but
I'm talking my time.
Right.
That was like in the 60s and early 70s and stuff like that.
Cause I told you what happened when I first got down the ground, right?
Yeah.
The dude K-Town, he had an open relationship with the faggot.
Yeah.
And
let's not say faggot because that
I can't say it on here anyway, but you said it already.
Right.
We recant our statement.
No, we don't mean.
But we punk. He had a relationship with the punk.
Confused people.
He had a relationship with.
Let me not dig on
the alphabet people.
Yeah, he just.
He had a relationship with him, and it was open.
The homosexuality is off the chain.
It was a split. Let me tell you what was crazy. It was a split between
some guys,
the mob. Yeah, the younger guys wasn't with it.
It's the older guys.
The older guys, like, he ain't doing nothing wrong. It's consensual.
Yeah, because they do.
He within the law, right? He within the law. Young dude was like, no, he cannot call it for us doing this. And the crazy thing about it, dude was literally on the other end of the yard, hand to hand, walking with the stud. I don't know, because I just get here. Now I'm finally in population. And when I just get here and I'm finally in population, they like, we all got to go to the yard. I'm like, okay, what's going on, y'all? They like, yeah, you just hearing brothers now. All the G's out there, like, it's just a mix. The young dudes, the old dudes, like, man, I ain't trying to hear that. Ain't nobody gonna be doing that. He's sitting there. And at that time in the joint, it was more freedom to some degree, because we had the pizzas and all that stuff. And they were talking about how he buying the chump all type of pizzas and ice creams and chips all on the yard, like having picnics type stuff. And some of the brothers,
they were getting married in the state joint. They could marry a punk. Punk, they getting married. Well, I mean, the way they're looking at it is
what you mean they would get married?
That means they would have a jailhouse wedding.
What you mean they would have a jailhouse wedding?
So and so getting married. Simple as that.
Like with a pastor marrying them?
No, you ain't got no pastor.
Oh, you said a jail? Wait. So you said they would have weddings among the inmates?
Yeah.
Like a real wedding?
Yeah. Bring gifts and shit. Party, pizza, soda, shit, all this shit. Yeah. That's it. That's his problem.
Within gangs?
Yeah.
Okay, so wait. Let me get this right. So they would actually be getting married to homosexuals in the joint
verbally. Yeah, let's say that.
Okay, so it wasn't legally.
Because they didn't even have legal
right
gay marriages back then. You know that.
Right, and they wasn't gonna condone that in the prison like that.
No.
But you saying, but among the inmates, they would have real weddings, like, hey, me and such get married, and actually try to invite brothers. Like
brothers would go. What do you mean? You know, this your man's, right? Right? You supporting him, right? Look how you looking. Not with that. Not with that.
But that was true.
It's legal though.
Yeah, it's legal. As far as like
the policy.
The law policy. A lot of people don't know that. Man.
Okay, well, you know they.
Okay, let me just open y'all up to something in case y'all don't know. And I was telling people this. Remember, I even explained how the young dude was getting raped in the juvenile place. Now the prisons, the adult prisons, is differently. For the most part, you don't even have to rape nobody because there's so many homosexuals that freely give it up and freely do it. You don't really got to do that type of stuff. But it's not really respected neither when you get into what rape is. But a lot of people, laws were put in play as a result of the prison facilities and people being locked up. But it was also put in place for protection also.
Right. Every law is there to protect.
And to make sure that the person that was actually involved was mentally mature to some degree to understand the measure of degree you're supposed to do them type of thing. Like okay, let's just say one organization would say you could participate in homosexuality if it's consensual. But you also have to be over the age of 25. So they wanted to make sure mentally wise you were mature of an age enough to understand what you were volunteering to be a part of.
Kind of crazy.
Yes and no, but I see it. I see it.
And I'm going to explain to you why the policy was like that. Because what had happened was one of the brothers had his little, you know.
Is you saying this before the policy was put in place?
Before the policy.
So this what led to the policy being put in place?
One of the brothers go ahead. Was dipping.
That mean messing around?
With the boy.
Okay, dipping with the boy. Okay.
And somehow something happened, and later on the boy come out and like, man, he was hitting him too. You know what I mean?
Now, one of the brothers that did with the boy, was he young?
Yeah.
So he wasn't 25.
No, we ain't had a policy.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right. So he wasn't 25. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
And you know, it was, you know, somebody found out about it. They didn't believe the fact it was telling the truth. And I think they ended up killing the homosexual.
Because he lied on the brother.
No, but he wasn't lying.
He wasn't lying, but they killed him because they figured he lying on the brother.
Some of that nature.
Because the brother agreed that he probably was piping him, but when the punk was like, I be piping him too while he talking.
Basically.
Okay.
It came to that. Where the punk was saying that he was knocking his back out too.
Right.
Eventually. So now you got the guys that go do this horrific act. They get, you know, I think they got like life sentence behind that. And
behind killing the dude?
The fag, yeah. So, you know, of course, dude got his brains beat out later on. You know what I mean?
Who, the dude?
Yeah, the young cat. So now you're like, okay, how can I prevent this from happening again?
Because
the normal, natural thing would be to eliminate it completely.
Right.
But
you got to be reasonable.
Yeah, because I think you dip it too. And
okay, hold on, rewind that back.
Hold on, let me finish.
You say the normal
thing would do is to eliminate the problem within itself.
Just say no, period.
Nobody's not going to be participating in this activity. But if you may even be participating in activity yourself, and then all the guys around you know like what we do.
So you make it legal.
You like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. From here on out, you can't use threat or force.
You legalize it with stipulations.
Right. Okay. Now and then you gotta have an age limit and all that. You know what I mean? So,
right. So you structure it. You structure it where you can still participate, but at the same time,
it's gotta be consent.
You got restrictions on it where
age limit, everything.
Yeah. Well, it don't favor nobody.
Right.
It only favors two people that want to do it anyway.
Right. It's a policy for homosexuality. You know.
Right.
I call it the gay law. Because that's what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
You know what I mean? So, you know, and a lot of stuff, you know, you don't agree with, etc., whatever. You know how that goes. You know what I'm saying? But things are what they are, and you have to adapt to them. You know what I mean?
Industry ready production. PSBeats.com.
So, or somebody saying that coming inside these institutions saying you don't like the way what's going on,
Go ahead.
you're gonna buck and all that. No, you're not gonna do that.
I'm good, bro.
You're not gonna do